Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ox and the Big Panda Show. I am the Ox. Today is my flu game. Today I am playing with cramps. I am out of it, but I'm here giving people their raw sports remedies.
Indeed, I am Jerome Collins, the co-host, aka the Big Panda. I'm going to give you some sports talk today, run down a few things before preseason games kick off. We're going to discuss some of that. The first thing first, we're going to discuss with some of the biggest talk today, which is going to be Mr. Tony Stewart. He's in a dirt race today, as we all know and saw. I don't know if some of y'all saw the video. I saw the video a few times. Was in a race, and he decided to go ahead and hit somebody instead of slowing down like most of the other people did. What's your thoughts on that?
To me, honestly, after watching it, and I'm gonna warn you people, just FYI, if you haven't seen it, it's graphic. If you're not used to seeing somebody die on camera, which is what happens. To me, honestly, it looked like manslaughter. And that's putting it point blank. I know the cops and things of that nature, they're investigating as they should. All I need to do is see the tape. All I need to do is see the tape, and I saw it over and over. I watched it just like you did over and over, and he hit that guy. Period.
Yeah. And go ahead.
You're a professional race car driver. He's been racing well over 12, 15 years, and I think you're taught to, if somebody walks out on the track, to move to the other side or stop. The guy hit him flat out.
Flat out hit him. I'm hearing a few sides of some stories. The guy should have stayed in his car. Once you get on the track outside of your vehicle, you're a liability.
Right.
At the same time, you're a family. From my understanding, from what I see, there's only a few race car drivers that, if you're not a race car driver fan, NASCAR fan, there's a few names that you know for sure. Tony Stewart, that I know of, seems like he wants to be a bully in NASCAR. He's strictly always trying to start a fight, or he's throwing his helmet at somebody.
Right.
And he was trying to bully that kid as well. Young guy, wanted to show off, splash him with some dirt, or whatever it was you were trying to do.
Right.
Did a criminal act. Don't know if he'll get charged with manslaughter, but what I do know is he'll probably be suspended indefinitely. On top of that, I would definitely probably see all of his sponsors probably dismissing him. He probably won't have any sponsors at all anymore.
Kellogg's, 5 Hour Energy, so on and so forth. You have to do the correct thing at this point in time, and you have to get rid of Tony Stewart.
Exactly.
Like you said, I do not follow NASCAR, but for some reason I know who Tony Stewart is because of his previous antics and his demonstrative behavior towards the other drivers. What happened yesterday was deplorable, and like I said at the beginning, I view it as manslaughter. He hit that murder. No, I'm not going to go there. Manslaughter, yes, because there's no way he didn't intentionally hit that gentleman.
Yeah, what he intentionally also did was not slow down, not obey the rules you're supposed to do. He did that intentionally, and that's what's going to get him caught up. That's what's going to be the full effect of, well, let's try all for manslaughter.
So you killed a 20-year-old young man because of your lack of judgment, your as you like to say, your bully mentality. Now someone's son is missing from this earth because of your action. In a race. This isn't real life situations. This is a race. Um, you know, and then he goes out and he's like, well, I'm gonna withdraw today. No, you were told to withdraw today. Number one. Let's be clear. You didn't make that decision. They told your ass to sit down.
Sit down somewhere. Sit your ass down, and we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah, yeah. And I would not, if you thought the backlash from Stephen A. Smith saying what he said was big, if there's not an equal or greater one for this, I don't know where we are in the sports world when someone can lose their life and it not be a big deal. Lose your life on the quote-unquote field of play is what they like to say. That's a huge deal.
Gotcha. Real quick, I've got a message here from Mike. He has tuned into the show. Said he's giving us a couple of notes. Haven't been able to find those yet, but Mike, as soon as we find out what's going on, we're going to make sure we can definitely see what's going on with that. But again, thanks for tuning into the show, all you guys that's out there watching right now. Back to Tony Stewart real quick. Yeah, he's they're going to have to. I don't want to see him behind another wheel. That's just me. I don't think he deserves to. I think he needs to be dismissed. He's as guilty as the other guy that wore a glove similar to this one here.
Right.
You know, murder's murder. And that's what he did. He killed the man. Moving on from that, again, all his sponsors are gone. The Red Bull, everything.
No, it's a big difference between him and OJ. We actually witnessed what he did. It's for the world to see. Like I said, people, if you are squeamish and you have never seen anybody die before, do not watch it. If you're interested, go check it out. It's on Bleacher Report. It's on CNN. Whatever. It's there for you to see. And you can see, as I saw, like I said, it is definite manslaughter. If he doesn't get charged, I'm not going to call. I don't know. I'm not going to know what to say about it if he does not get charged for manslaughter. What he did is the same to me. It's taking a baseball bat and charging the mound and hitting a pitcher in the face with it.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. He's definitely it's he was even then he tried to say that he was asked to step down. You weren't asked to step down, like you said.
No. He said he was asked to step down. He said that he was doing it because that was on him. So on. So no, you definitely were asked to sit down.
Okay. Yeah, so anyhow.
Michael, no. The fault does not lie on the gentleman. Well, you have to see the video. See, you're making an assumption based on what we're saying. You have to go watch the video, and then you'll see nobody else hit him. Yes, he was walking on the track. How many times have we seen in a race a driver get out and walk on the track? We've seen it. It happens several times a racing season. And yet nobody gets trucked like what happened last night. You really have to sit down and explain that. I watched the video. I watched from his initial crash to his initial getting out of his vehicle to him being thrown about 20 feet. You cannot tell me that's not manslaughter.
Yeah, he killed him. I mean, at the end of the day, story is he could have slowed down. He could have did what every other racer did, which was go low. He decided to maintain and be high, go high. Again, try to bully the kid because he's known to be a bully, and just killed the man, killed the young kid, 20 years old, gone. Just like he's gone from racing, Tony Stewart should be gone from racing.
Exactly.
In the story. Exactly.
If not criminal charges being pressed.
Yeah, definitely some kind of criminal charges will be filed against them.
If not through their racing, It will be civil. Believe that.
Gotcha. And
His
again,
are gonna go full out. You know it.
yeah, it's you can see it on TMZ Sports if you hadn't caught it. You know, you can just Google it. Tony Stewart. First videos that pop up. You know, again, it's not for the squeamish. If you want to watch it, watch it. I watched it a few times. It's rough.
It's rough to look at. I mean, I've seen a lot of bullshit. I've seen a lot of bullshit. You know, on purpose, watching a lot of bullshit. Knowing because knowing it's a sport, knowing it's not a life or death situation. Because guess what? Race car driving is inherently dangerous, correct? You know what I mean? You're dealing with really high, powerful vehicles that can crash and burst into a ball of flames and things of that nature. So that's dangerous enough. Yes, was he foolish for hopping out of his vehicle? Yes. But it's happened several times this season. And nobody else is getting crushed like he did. And the fact that he had a previous issue with Tony Stewart, I'm just, you know.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know if I'm right or wrong here. Help me, Sam. I don't. Was Tony the one that caused him the wreck?
Yes, he's
okay.
Right. That's why. That's the initial. He is blaming.
Initial contact.
That's why. If you watch the video, he gets out. And he begins pointing.
Pointing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I figured it was Tony because Tony was the one that kind of came up on him.
Yeah.
And the awareness was low. Yeah. So he bumped him, made him crash into the wall. The guy comes out, and as soon as he gets out, you know, he's following, pointing him the whole time. And
if you or I were to do that on the highway, would we not be charged with manslaughter? Excuse me, not on the highway, in the residential area.
Yeah. Right?
In the residential area, if a kid was to run his little ass across the street and stop in front of us, and we saw him. I mean, he was on the track for a long time. You saw him. We'd be charged with something, would we not?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Tony, you need to be axed. You need to be gone. You, KYS, as we like to say.
Yeah. No, put yourself in a coffin. You can kill yourself.
Yeah.
To lighten it up, this is something that's near and dear to me. Is I'm you know how I feel about Jerry Jones. The pictures that were leaked, everybody's saying they're old. Who knows? Really, they're probably old, but really, who knows? Jerry said this, people, and it's funny when I read it, but it's also hurtful because Jerry thinks we're stupid. But then again, I guess he's always thought that.
He's thought that for longest.
Yeah. Jerry Jones is saying, and I quote, "Someone has misrepresented photos taken at a restaurant 5 years ago for their own purposes. I am not going to comment on it." First of all, you did just comment on it. That's number one. You gave it, Jerry, you gave it legs and credence once you opened your mouth about it. Number two, what is that old saying? A picture's worth 1,000 words. You have a woman with your hand on her head, simulating, or not simulating fellatio, but that's kind of what it was alluding to. And then you have your hand, and then the blonde young lady, or whore, or whatever you want to call her. I don't know what she is.
Let's just call her a thought for right now.
Whatever. You have your hand on her breast. Jerry, explain that to me. No, Jerry, explain that. Thousands of NFL players and basketball players and soccer players and all, they take pictures with their fans all the time. You do not see them grabbing breast and hugging from behind in an intimate fashion, such as we saw in those pictures. Jerry, you cannot explain this away. You should have never opened your mouth for that silly ass comment. You decided. I don't even know why you decided to pay that any attention. You should have went into hiding. But this might be a blessing in disguise. Go ahead and say your piece.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, he should have kept his mouth closed about it. The stuff you were saying was nonsense. Saying you're not going to speak on it, but just speaking on it, I mean, you're just confused as you are as a GM. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. What were you going to say?
Uh, I'm. It might be a blessing because from what we're hearing, reports now are the two young ladies have lawyered up. Uh, a lawyer's not going to take that case unless they know something about something. First of all, Jerry, you picked the wrong fucking decade to do this. You should have been doing this back when Mike was snorting coke.
When we didn't have social media.
Yeah, you should have. You picked the wrong decade. You should have did this in the '90s when the Cowboys were known to be outlaws of the league, running amok, doing all these things, but they were still winning, by the way. You picked the wrong decade. Billionaire. First of all, Jerome, you and I both know there's nothing new under the sun concerning men with a copious amount of money and power and women.
Yeah.
Something like that. I would be surprised if you told me Jerry never touched another woman besides his wife. I would tell you you're lying. But the fact that he's canoodling with women that are his granddaughter's age, you know, that's what billionaires do. They do that shit. I understand that. But you cannot explain your actions, Jerry.
No, you can't. You can't. And I was listening to a couple of guys on the radio saying that they've seen him out plenty of times at the bar with young women, drinking and just carrying on, buying drinks with the young women and
Ricky Rush.
Exactly. That's what again. That's what they like to do. That's what they like to do. It is what it is. He's wrong era, wrong timing. But hey, it is what it is.
What I meant by it could be a blessing is maybe he'll be wrapped up in court proceedings enough to stay the hell away from the team we love.
Exactly.
And that'd be awesome because if he was, then maybe we could get some things done as far as building a football team. Because that, obviously that segues into the preseason opener against the Chargers. We made Danny Woodhead look like Bo Jackson. I don't give a damn about. See, if you play football, you know about personal pride. Any sport. They almost had 400 yards of offense. Now, as I've watched the last couple of days, the Patriots got their asses blown out. It's a preseason. So you mean to tell me you watch the preseason game and see the Patriots get trashed in the preseason? And by the Redskins, whom they've been practicing with all week. And for me to sit up here and say that I don't think that the Patriots won't make the playoffs would be asinine on my behalf. But the Cowboys are a different story, people, because they've shown you nothing different. That defensive effort looked exact. Did you see what Jason Garrett had to say about that defensive effort? I wanted to pull a Tony Stewart on Jason Garrett.
That's what it's gonna be called now, huh?
Yeah.
We're gonna Stewart.
Yeah, I really did.
Garrett,
it's the most asinine comment I have ever seen a head coach make. Jason Garrett tells you what the defense did wrong. Oh, thanks, Jason. Thanks, Red. We appreciate your insight.
Exactly. Like we didn't see it. Like we didn't see none of it. I mean, they had a one stop, and that was on the 2-yard line.
Mm.
Other than that, I mean, thought I was playing, Madden against somebody.
Mm.
It was just horrific defense.
Mm.
The defense. Somebody said, "Can the defense be worse this year than they were last year?" I was like, "No way. There's no way. Hell no." I was wrong. It looks like we're going to be worse. Now, granted, some of the starters weren't in, but you can give me all the nonsense you want to. Just like some of our starters weren't in, their starters weren't in either. And it looked
the game across the board.
Yeah, I mean, it was just.
Believe you me, I listened in. I hopped on XM and wanted to catch one of the radio stations in New England to hear some of the what they had to say about basically getting blown out. And the takeaway is it'll be okay. Bill Belichick will get it together. See, we don't have that luxury being a Cowboys fan because we don't believe that. We don't believe it's gonna gel together because we don't have the talent. We don't have, we don't have one of the greatest cornerbacks of the last 10 years playing on our team, on our defense. We don't have studs at linebacker and studs at safety. What we have is a hodgepodge group of guys that appear to be the same as last season. I'm interested to see this week what happens. But, yeah, people can go, it's preseason. I understand. But see, here's the thing, what you don't understand about preseason people. You want to talk about vanilla offenses, well, then the defenses are vanilla also. So if you can't get a vanilla-based defense, then what's going to happen when intricate schemes take place?
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the only one, maybe two positives I got out of that whole game. There was just two. One being, I liked the way Whedon looked, somewhat, to an extent. I was extremely nervous of what might happen if Romo goes down. But I can gladly say I'm more secure about Whedon than I was about Kyle Orton. Definitely can say that.
I disagree. Whedon had the worst numbers of a starting quarterback last season. He was last. He's behind Mark Sanchez.
That we're talking last season. I'm talking what I saw this past Thursday.
Bro, you had a stud wideout to throw the ball to.
Okay.
Just like you had.
Again,
go ahead. Say what you guys.
This past Thursday, again, I'm not saying he's the best backup quarterback that could be out there. What I'm saying is I am more secure now than I was at the start of the season when Kyle Orton was possibly going to be the backup.
So you're admitting that Romo will not make it the whole season.
Oh, I don't see it happening. I mean, he had the same surgery Tiger Woods had. Tiger Woods can't even get out there and swing a golf club. How is Romo going to go out there and take hits, because they don't protect him? Take hits, and throw the ball. He can't even throw the ball over 40 yards, he said right now. We got 3-4 weeks before football starts. I mean, it's not going to happen, y'all. It's not going to happen. I don't see him playing the whole season at all.
So, makes you think we should have drafted Johnny Manziel.
Hey, I'm looking at it like this. What we need to do is pick up the phone. We need to call my man, the guy I have faith in, the guy that knows how to win, Tim Tebow.
Tony Stewart, both of you for that. You and him can stand right beside each other and be stewarded. That is an asinine statement. That is
no.
That you know what? Next subject, please. On to Johnny Football.
Johnny Football.
ESPN,
pretty good.
CBS Football, NFL Network was swinging from Johnny's balls all day yesterday. You would have thought that Johnny Football was playing in an AFC title game the way they were hyping this up yesterday. He looked like what you thought he was going to look like. The first series, he looked like a deer in headlights. Second series, he got comfortable. And he looked good. But here's what you have to realize, people. They've already said he's going to be starting next week. Understand this. He is going to be a target. Defensive backs are going to take that 15-yard penalty just to get a shot. Linebackers, they're going to take that. It's preseason. They don't give a damn about penalties. They're going to take the Browns' offensive line. Their buttholes better be this tight and keep it that way because you got to protect that guy. Him and LeBron James are Cleveland right now.
It is. That's true.
And you got to protect that guy because understand, people, Johnny Football is going to get every team's best crack. They're going to try to hurt him. I'm not wishing it on him. I'm telling you facts. You got a lot of people resentful of his notoriety and things of that nature. He's going to get everybody's best shot in a preseason game. Watch.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. They're going to come at him. They're going to test him. They don't care about the penalties, like you said. It's preseason. What do we care about that for? But I will say this: he did look good to me. I'm a Johnny Football fan. I kind of wish that we would have drafted him because we don't have Tebow as our backup. I think if he stays healthy, he will be a great quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
People talk about his height. I mean, he's
the same height as Drew Brees. So get that height shit out of here.
To me,
same height as Drew Brees. Get that height shit out of here. He's taller than Russell Wilson.
Yeah, exactly. To me, he's a little bit more athletic than Drew Brees. If he can learn how to throw the ball a little bit better, I think he's going to be a damn good quarterback. And I don't see him being in Cleveland his whole career, first off. So I think this is just going to be his starting point, and I think he's going to be a damn good quarterback in the NFL. It is what it is. I think he's a great.
Yeah, I don't see him retiring a Brown. Yes, we should have drafted him. Seeing what Romo's going through now. Yeah, Brandon Whedon is a backup. I don't want to go back over that, but
Michael said that Johnny Football will be a nobody in 4 years. I totally.
You sitting beside Tebow?
I totally disagree with that conversation there. I mean, I think again, Tim Tebow is a hell of a quarterback. I mean, he showed it in college. Just once he gets his feet wet and learns everything in the NFL and realizes how much faster the NFL really is, the game really is, he's going to excel and he is going to be an outstanding quarterback. That's all there is to it. I just think that we should have drafted him. I was sick when I was sitting there. I can remember I was at Dave & Buster's having a couple of drinks, man, and I was sick to my stomach when he was up and we didn't get the chance to get him. So we should have took him.
Oh, we had the chance. Jerry decided something else.
That's why I said we didn't have a chance, but we have Jerry right there.
Yeah, he will be Tebow's roommate. You know, no, he won't. He's better than Tebow, man. He did it in the SEC when Alabama is basically an NFL team playing in college. They really are. Alabama. Yeah, they might have got exposed through the crab, the lobster and crab thief, but and that's not allegedly. He really did do it, by the way. So Johnny will be okay, man. I'm definitely concerned with what I saw Thursday, as far as that star is. But hopefully, maybe we just got to do a shootout with everybody. Maybe we just got to score 35 points a game or some shit. I mean, that's apparently what has to happen.
It has to happen, like we did against Denver. The only difference is we have to make stops. We have to make at least 2 or 3 stops.
Well, that's not the only difference. The only difference is Romo can't throw a damn interception in the final 2 minutes of the game. Can't do that either.
But if we have stops, we don't have to worry about that. We can run the ball out like every other quarterback can.
Well, was Denver stopping anybody?
No. Did they stop? That was the Super Bowl.
Denver was just outscoring you.
Yeah, two stops, we win the game. 1 stop, we win the game. Just like they stopped, they won the game.
You got any more? Any more teams that piqued your interest this past weekend?
What did you think about the Redskins?
I think RG3 looks healthy. He showed. I think he's back. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. People are saying 4-12 for us. You said 3-13. I don't know how you have to explain how you got to that from making the playoffs to 3-13. You got to explain that.
No Romo. It's simple. No Romo. 3-13. If Romo can find a way, if he can go talk to Dirk and Kobe and everybody else and figure out how to.
You just said you was feeling Brandon Wheaton.
I was, but not to go to the playoffs. Not to. I'm saying what I said was I'm more secure now about Brandon Wheaton than I was Kyle Orton. I feel like if I have to pick Brandon Wheaton or Kyle Orton to play a game, who do I want? I'm going to take with Brandon Wheaton. Definitely going to do that. That's what was my statement. Michael said,
the Bears are trying to get Kyle Orton back, by the way.
They can have him. Go get him. He's garbage.
Yes.
He's gone. Michael says RG3. This is RG's 3 year. This is RG knees year. Negative. He won't make it the whole year either. I don't believe.
But they're in good hands. They're in good hands. They got Kirk Cousins back there.
Again, I just don't think he's going to be able to make it the whole year again because he depends on his legs too much and his knees aren't the same as.
Not true. He depends on his legs as much as Johnny Manziel depends on his legs. As much as Colin Kaepernick depends on his legs.
You know what the difference is between them? The injuries. That injury, that's a crucial injury. You know
he's in a whole different offense this year, right? You realize that.
I understand that, and
his team is gone. He'll be running more of a Baylor type scheme, I guarantee you. He has running backs. He doesn't need to run the damn football.
All right.
Don't quit sleeping on RG3, man. I want him to cut them dumbass braids because he looks like a reject from Menace to Society or something. But look, don't sleep on him, man. Don't sleep on that guy. My favorite, the breakthrough year. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be Cam Newton. That's going to be the breakthrough year right there.
I can agree with you on that. This will be a great year for Cam. Cam Newton, I'm a Cam fan to an extent. I like Cam. I like to watch him play. He's exciting. I think he's going to have a great year this year. I think he really is. I think he's going to do really well this year. I can see them going pretty far this year, deep in the playoffs also, if they make it as well. So as long as he stays healthy, that's a great team they have there.
Defense. They got a hell of a defense.
Yeah, I know it.
Exactly. They got a top 3 defense backing them up.
Great.
When that defense can give you short fields, you can work some magic, man. I will say that about the Cowboys. We do have some long field positions to start off from because our defense sucks. And we do have to. We do have. If you ever noticed in the Cowboys games, you never notice how much the time of possession we have over other teams. Because of what? We have no kickoff returners. We have no punt returners. We don't have anybody exciting. We tried the Dez experiment. That needs to stop. Your star player should not be that guy running back punts. That was asinine to begin with.
TJ over here chatting about the Cowboys. Will Cox ain't bad. Dixon's a headhunter. We're seeing them going against second and third stringers, third teams. Dixon's going to get burnt. I don't know how many times out there trying to do all that. Dixon's not ready to be. Dixon's not ready yet for the level of competition he's going to be going against. It's going to be fun to watch, but again, it's going to be horrible to.
Roy Williams. That what? TJ brought up Roy Williams.
Which Roy?
He means 31. Roy Williams. Roy Williams had an NFL career based off of one play that he made in college. Roy Williams was garbage. Yeah, the leap, exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why he had an NFL career. Um, I'm not going to go as far as to say the same thing for LeVar Arrington, because LeVar before he had injuries, he was actually he's the one that put Troy Aikman out of commission. Um, so LeVar was a beast. Um, but almost the same type of thing, man. You made this tremendous play in college, and you're drafted, and you have all this hoopla about you, but you don't know how to play defense. All you know how to do is hit, and that's I can't coincide with that.
You're right. I mean, and again, you know how to hit. You don't know how to tackle.
No, I disagree. Bob Sanders actually made plays for the Colts, TJ. That's wrong.
Oh
Bob
yeah.
Sanders made a lot of plays for that Colts defense.
Roy couldn't tackle. He could hit. He could lay a hit on somebody, but he couldn't tackle. He couldn't tackle. Um, and he couldn't cover. He looked confused. If somebody got behind him, it's a wrap. I mean, he couldn't cover shit. He
Roy was a linebacker playing safety, and he was a
exactly.
stupid linebacker at that.
Exactly.
Linebackers are generally smart people. Just so y'all know, I don't know if y'all know, they are the generals of the defense. They read coverages. He was a fifth linebacker. That wasn't even our defensive scheme for him to be. Anyway, I'm done with that subject because I'm not worried about the run. I'm not worried about the run now, TJ. You know what I'm worried about? I'm worried about Scandrick and Church and Carr and who else? What's the other guy? Claiborne doing their finger pointing. They do this. That's what they do. No, you did it. No, you did it. No, you did it. No, that was your man. That was your man.
I got him. I got him.
No, you had him.
No,
You had him. No.
the one thing I'm gonna say.
Do you know how much we're gonna be seeing that this year?
The one thing I will say about Maurice Claiborne, though, I'm glad that he's actually healthy right now. He's healthy right now for the first time, as long as he can stay healthy, knock on wood, through the preseason. At least he'll finally start a season healthy. He hadn't started the season healthy since he's been here. I'm not saying he's going to be the best cornerback there is. I'm just saying I'm happy.
Who was the Cowboys' last good cornerback?
Shit, prime time.
How many years ago was that?
It was a while ago.
A long damn time ago.
It was a while ago.
That's a long time ago, fam. This is what we've been dealing with here as Cowboy fans, people. Deion Sanders was our last good corner.
Oh hell no, TJ. He said Terrence Newman was decent.
T. New, huh? T. New had a good he had a nice rookie season and a nice second season.
Yeah, he had 1 year to me that he did all right.
Other than that, him and Pac-Man Jones can go get Tony Stewarted. You know what? I get so frustrated talking about this, man.
Yeah. What else we going? We just go back to the other teams. Anybody else stand out? You have Seattle being the Super Bowl contenders again. Who do you have? You don't have Seattle right now.
I have we didn't talk about Michael Sam and his one tackle. Yeah, will he make the team?
He'll make it because they can't cut him. They can't cut him. Oh, they cut him because he's gay. They're not going to cut him.
He won't start. He won't be a starter on that team.
No, he won't be a starter. He'll definitely be a backup. He likes to do that.
He likes to back it up. No, I don't want to. Michael said Tony Stewart. Oh man, they killing your boy, man. They killing him. Anyway.
I like Tony Stewart, but they kill him.
Well, in the next 2 weeks, people, we're gonna break down. Part of the whole show will be dedicated to predictions for records and what we think players are gonna do. Jadeveon Clowney looks like a freak. He looked like a rookie because he made some, he might have lost in the sauce and coverage. They're not gonna ask him to do that much. They'll disguise that. But the dude has a skill set you cannot You cannot learn it. You can. It is what it is.
Yeah. Rookie of the year. Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I'm already calling it Rookie of the Year. I've already called it. Uh, Cam Newton MVP Player of the Year. I'm gonna call that one.
I think you're gonna take it, people. Y'all, you don't sleep. I don't give a damn if Peyton throws up 6,000 freaking yards, which he could do. Because I don't know what the running back situation is like. Monty Ball stays. He gets hurt and whatever. But listen, people. And this is a big if all those old ass players on the Broncos defense turn back the hands of time and go back to their prime of 4 or 5 years ago, they're a dangerous team. If not, they're another finesse, score 48 points a game type team. But when it comes down to that big game, they're gonna get crushed again.
Yeah. They were confused in that big game. They didn't know what to do. Kind of felt bad for Peyton Manning during the Super Bowl, but it is what it is. That was last year. I did. I mean, just because nobody showed up. I mean, I wanted it to be at least a game, to be a great shootout versus a great defense, but wasn't happening. Wasn't happening at all. It was damn near shutout, not a shootout. But
8 points. They scored 8 points.
I was saying damn near shutout, not a shootout. It was fucking ridiculous. But anyhow.
But let's not let the Denver defense off the hook either. I mean, they did run up the score.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah.
The Denver defense off the hook. What's the excuse then? I mean, the Seahawks do not have a prolific offense by any stretch of the imagination. They have beast mode, and that's it. Keep going.
Did you see your boy Shady McCoy tossing around that weight like a frisbee?
Yeah, I mean, anybody, you can do that, and you're out of shape.
I'm saying, did you see how they are blowing it up like he is out here just
like he was like the Incredible Hulk?
Exactly. That's what I wanted to get at.
Right.
That's what I wanted to get at.
Right. He wasn't one-handing tossing these things 40 yards, people. Anyway.
Fuck Shady. I don't like you. You say you own the Cowboys. You don't own shit again. But anyhow, I like Slim Shady, but I do Shady McCoy.
We have, I'm gonna get to boxing in a minute too, man. It was a vicious knockout last night. Vicious. Danny Garcia, who a left hook. Oh,
yeah, I saw.
Sleepy. You know what? Let's talk about a legend we're watching right now in serious decline. We're watching the fall of a giant in Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods
did not make the cut.
Again, it's that back. That he can't swing a golf club right now, and it's that surgery he had. Again, that's why I'm saying Romo's not going to be playing the whole season. But anyhow, we're sticking to golf. Yeah, I think we've seen the best of Tiger. And I hate that he's going to have to end his career because of an injury. I don't like seeing great athletes have to go out that way. I like to see them go out while they're on top, like it should be.
TJ, I disagree with you. Golf is a sport that you can play until you're 50 and 60 years old. What you do is you do what Michael Jordan did. When Michael didn't have that leaping ability, when he didn't have that cutting ability, he developed an unstoppable jump shot. Tiger needs to develop a short game. Then he'll be fine. He's desperate right now, man. I mean, really, to be funny and to be real, he needs to get back to hoeing. He was amazing when he was, when he was taking chicks on breaks to the country club, knocking them down and coming back to the course. You know, hit ready for hole 13. He hit a hole before he hit hole 13. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah.
gotta get some hole to get a hole.
He's got to get back. You okay? One of our viewers, Michael, says that he thinks Tiger's body's falling apart because he's a former steroid / HGH abuser. Really? Uh,
I never heard those allegations. Allegedly.
yeah. Okay.
Allegedly. I will definitely look in a little bit more on that this weekend.
Wouldn't that? To me, he does need to lose about 15 pounds.
Yeah, he's thick.
Because he's not big to you and I standards. I mean, especially to my standards of being a big guy. But he's big for a golfer. He's huge for a golfer. I mean, you go back and look at Daly and he looked like Babe Ruth. You know what I'm saying? So, golfers don't have to be the only bit of it's a skill sport, not a athletic sport. You don't have to be athletic to play golf. It is skill.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I'm going to touch back real quick on what TJ said, that Roy's on fire. Roy's had some great wins here. Now, I've been hearing them kind of compare. They were comparing him during the game today, that they were comparing him to Tiger Woods.
Rory's not intimidating anybody. Tiger Woods used to have people shook on Sunday when he put that red sweater vest on. When he put that red sweater or the sweater vest on, Tiger Woods meant business. He had a Mike Tyson, a 1985 Mike Tyson aura about him of invincibility. Once he got found out, once his ex-wife hit him with the golf clubs, and that whole, he has not been. I don't give a damn if he won Player of the Year last year. He won a bunch of rinky-dink tournaments. He has not won a major since 2008. It's a long time, man, for him.
Yeah,
Think about it. People. Tiger was just check marking majors off his damn list, man. He was just marching along.
Yeah.
Look at him. He is a shell. He did not make the cut, people. Did not even make the cut.
He was the Jordan of golf.
He's definitely the Jordan of golf
for us. But yeah, well, again, Mike's still saying, that Tiger had got busted plasma replacement therapy with the doctor who has been associated with steroid high.
Okay, but he's not A-Rod, Michael. Let's not get them confused. He's not A-Rod. He's not Paul Mero. He's not he's not any of these guys. He's not Lance Armstrong with it.
It's not Nelson Cruz. None of them. But if he was using the steroids, Sam, you know a little bit about the steroids. Can that really break you down and affect you and damage him like the way it's?
I'm not gonna say. Look, I'm gonna go by what Skip Bayless says about it. Skip Bayless was on the cover of Golf Digest, so he is an avid, staunch golfer. Skip said that Tiger Woods actually was doing Navy SEAL type training and CrossFit type training. Bad on your joints. If you're in a game that's predicated upon the ultimate consistency, even more so than basketball, of your shot. You remember, you could have just different variables. You could be falling down and shoot it, and it still go in. There's no way in hell you can swing a golf club and be doing that and it go anywhere than where you want it to be. Golf is the ultimate game of consistency. You have to be consistent, and if he has bad joints, he cannot be consistent. And that could be from his CrossFit and his type of training that he's done to get stronger. Because he was on the pursuit to be driving the ball the longest. Because he was in the pursuit of more eagles. He wanted to get the hell off the course. Really, I think Tiger's game in the beginning was predicated upon starting on 1, ending on 18 really quick. Because he's by far the most athletic golfer, clearly.
Um, I pulled up some things here real quick. I know we're running short on time about Tiger Woods. I had to pull up some information. It says here Tiger Woods spent 200K on treatments from HGH guru Anthony Galea,
Okay.
associate. I did put the
I see the link.
link notes, so maybe we can take a look at it. Like I said, we're running out of a little bit of time.
Michael, no, they don't. They do not, performance enhancing drugs do not break down your. Look, when you're talking about steroids, people, they run the gamut from muscle building to recovery. The true beginning use of steroids was for polio, with polio patients. German doctors and all of that created these things. That's why for longest the Germans were dominating the Olympics, because they figured if they worked for this, then it'd be a lot better to work for that. Here's the issue: it is not the usage of steroids; it is the abuse of steroids that is the issue. You know what I mean? Everybody that's body is broken down was older. You never see a 25-year-old drug abuser or steroid abuser, excuse me, body's breaking down. They don't. If you want to allege that Josh Hamilton was taking something other than the heroin he was shooting in his veins, you know, at a point in time in his life, to why he's the shadow of a player of what he was, then you could do that. Yes, it allows you to push more weight. So if you're saying that the more weight that you push is harder on your joints, I can get with that. But Tiger trained like an athlete. These other golfers don't train like that. And, you know, instead of doing just, you know, cycling and things like that just to keep his heart rate up, Tiger decided to go through Navy SEAL training, decided to do CrossFit and all this other stuff. And his body's breaking down accordingly, because it is bad on your knees, bad on your back. You know, come on, people. Let's. Tiger Woods, honestly, needs to get with Tim Grover. That is Michael Jordan's old trainer. That is now Dwayne Wade's personal trainer. And I also believe that's part-time B-Hop, Bernard Hopkins' trainer. And Bernard is 50. Still one of the premier guys in his sport, boxing. So the route I'm going, steroids will allow you to push your body beyond.
Yeah. That's why I asked you. I know, like I said, I know you know a little bit more about the steroids industry and how it works because of the business you're in. I'm not saying, you know, I don't want nobody thinking that you use the steroids.
Right.
But the business that you're in, I know you deal with a lot of people who have taken steroids, who are on steroids. You almost probably see it on a daily basis.
I don't see it on a daily basis, but yes, I've been around it. I know the culture of it. Yes, bodybuilders are drug abuse. They are steroid abusers. They're not casual users, but they're not on it year round. The guys that stay healthy get the blood work down, but you know that's for another subject at another time.
Yeah.
The bottom line is Tiger can't play. It's funny how everything mentally he wants to be what he was. Physically, he needs to sit the hell out a year and heal.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Sit down, heal, take time. You haven't won since 7 years, 6 years. Sit down another year. What's it gonna hurt? You know, what more damage could it be if you just go ahead and sit down? You know, take the time off and rest.
Take that trip with Kobe when he goes to Germany in the off season, and have them do that plasma platelet, all that whatever they do, rejuvenative type measures. You know, I don't. It's like Tiger Woods is practicing quackery instead of real science. You know, so I actually feel bad for the dude now. You go like, how you feel bad for a millionaire? Well, I mean, because he looks like he's struggling out there. Like, it looks bad. He looks punch drunk, so to speak. You know.
Yeah, I agree with you. He's confused. He's lost. He doesn't know what to do. at times. You know, I don't feel sad for him. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I feel bad. I don't feel sad.
Right.
It is what it is. You know, again, we can talk more about that. Again, it's coming up Sunday. We'll do a little bit more.
You know what it's reminding me of, real quick? It's reminding me of Ali being beaten by Larry Holmes. It looks horrible. Michael, I have to disagree. Golfers are not athletes. Yeah, I said it, and if you want to dispute me on it, come for me. You know where I'm at. I don't care. And this is to anybody that's watching the rebroadcast and watching the live show. Golfers are not athletes. I said.
Yeah. Well, TJ, I see you asked a question about Kobe, and will he be the same? No, Kobe won't be the same. Kobe, well, we can talk more about that as well next week. We'll talk,
We'll talk into that next week.
We'll dibble dabble in that. I know you probably got a lot to say about Kobe. I don't have shit to say about Kobe. Other than he won't be the same, man. The Lakers won't even be contenders. I think he needs to go ahead and do the same thing you said about Tiger. I think he just needs to sit out a year, get fully healthy, rebuild himself, and all that.
TJ, we will revisit the Love deal. We already talked about it
last week. We talked about it last week. It's a deal. Cavaliers are in that thing. I mean, we can talk about that again next week. Mike's coming at you right now, man. I guess we can. Mike, if you want to join the show next week, we can talk. Let's talk.
Mike, holler at me on Twitter. Catch me on Facebook. Yo, come for me in the comment section of the rebroadcast. Brother, I'm here. I am not running from it. It's harder to hit. Once again, Michael, golf is a skill sport. It ain't an athletic endeavor. You know what I mean? You're sitting there talking about hand-eye coordination. Well, you have to have hand-eye coordination to throw darts, Michael. That's it. You have to have hand-eye coordination to play pool. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear.
It's a sports that you do have to have great skill at, like you're saying. It's a skilled sport. Now, you don't have to be athletic to play golf.
That's why they're not athletes.
Yeah, I understand I understood what you were saying.
Yeah.
I don't have to be in shape. I mean, it's a lot of walking, so you got to be in somewhat shape. But I got somebody carrying my bags for me. You know what I'm saying? But again, you don't have to be an athlete to play golf, but you have to have skills. You got to have eye-hand coordination. You got to know the direction of the wind, which club to use. You got to know the which ways the hills are going to be laid, which way the ball's going to roll. You got to know all that. I understand that to me. It's definitely a sport, but you don't have to be athletic.
Exactly. Michael says hand-eye coordination, strength, and stamina. What strength do you need to hit a golf ball? Please tell me. Old ladies play golf, Michael. Old ladies. At your local links course, you'll see a 65-year-old lady playing golf. Get out of here with that. Fuck out of here. You sound crazy, Mike. You don't see old ladies playing football, do you?
But you gotta, to an extent, you can't be. I'm not a golfer, so I don't know shit. I don't know if you got to be strong enough to hit that ball 200, 300 yards. Well, I'll tell you back. I seen a buddy of mine. He put up a video on
hip torque. So old ladies with hip replacements hit a damn golf ball, Michael.
But they don't hit it 300 yards. They don't hit it like that. I did see a buddy of mine. I did see a buddy of mine on Instagram. He put up a video. His name's Scotty. He put up a video of him hitting the ball probably 250 yards. Pretty simple. Well, he said it was 250 yards. I don't know. I couldn't see the ball, but he definitely said it was 250 yards. But then again, I don't know. No, he didn't say it wasn't a sport. What he said was they weren't athletes. Well, we can go more into that next week. We got to wrap the show up.
So you gonna make Michael? If you want to go into that debate next week, brother, I will feel better. I guarantee you they can't hit 300 yards. It's a skill, once again, Michael. It's a skill. It's not an athletic endeavor. It really isn't.
But yeah, we'll discuss it again. If we offended any of you guys,
Well,
watch it.
I think Michael plays golf.
Think? Oh, he plays it. He plays it, and he's athletic. But we'll definitely get into some more of this. We can actually jump it off with that, Michael, so that you can say what you got to say about it.
Yo, next week, excuse me, my bad. Next week, if you tune into the live broadcast, people, you have two choices. You can either watch, chill like Michael does, or you can actually be a part of the show. I'm actually open to open it up to you, the viewer, next weekend. Shoot us some questions, some comments, some queries, and we can go. Let us know what you want to do. I'll be sending out the invites, to tune in. Be sure to watch the rebroadcast. Share this with your friends, co-workers, family members. Let them know about the Ox and the Big Panda Show, man. We have something different here. We're starting a movement. So on my behalf, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, I appreciate
it. Sure.
Very humbling experience for us to have, just a few people that are watching it right now. Again, just share it, share the information, share the broadcast. It's real simple to do. When you get to YouTube, you can copy and paste it to your Facebook page. Just share it. I mean, that's all we're asking. We're not asking for any money. But if you want some donations, you can actually send them to 109. No, I'm just playing. Honestly, though, we appreciate you guys tuning in. It's fun doing this. Something that we like to do, and that's talk sports. You guys like to talk sports. We like to talk sports. And that's all we're doing, man. Again, anytime that you want to tune in and become on the video, have some discussions with us. You can come on if it's just for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We'd love to have you on. Mike, you don't have to video chat. TJ, you don't have to chat. You can get on here and say what you want to say. We can talk about it, be about it, and go about it, and move on to the next thing. Again, next Sunday, 9 p.m., we're going to discuss it in the future before football season starts. We are going to move to a different time so we don't interrupt with any of our football games on Sunday. More than likely, it's going to be on a Friday night. Maybe during the week as well. You're going to start seeing some commercials from us as well, just a few 1 or 2 minute snippet of what's going to come on during the week. Again, we are going to be doing your football predictions on my behalf and on Sam's behalf. We're not saying go gambling with these predictions. It's just going to be our predictions on what we think is going to happen that week. Sam, do you have any other questions about it or any statements you want to go about right now?
No, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Like I said, share this with your buddies. Tune them in, man. Let them know what's going on. Let them know that we're trying to start something special. Let them know it's different than any other format for sports talk because you can be a part of the show. Thank you.
Exactly. And again, real quick, I don't know if you guys have been to the movies real quick. I saw Turtles this weekend. Wasn't too happy with it. A lot of people liked it, loved it. I wasn't happy with it at all. I gave it a 3.5 stars out of 10. Too much computer graphics for me, too much CG for me. Should have been like it was back in the day. Had the people playing the Turtles. I was very disappointed in it. Know a few people that loved it. Some that hated it. I was one of those that hated it. That's all I got to say about that. Any other questions?
Guardians of the Galaxy movie of the year so far.
That's what I heard, man. I heard it was the best Marvel movie right now that's been out in a while, man. So I'm definitely
it's right behind Avengers.
I heard that. I'm definitely
1, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then they all fall in line.
Gotcha. I heard it was 1 and 1.
Yeah, 1 and 1A. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was outstanding. So I'm definitely.
And then Blade behind that. If you sleep on Blade, something's wrong with you, people. Don't forget that was the first Marvel movie. Don't forget that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Funded by Wesley Snipes and Amin Ra Pictures.
Shout out to Wesley, man. Back in the movie theaters, back in the movies, man. Expendables 3. Go check it out. I caught a glimpse. I caught a showing of it. Don't know how I caught a showing of it, but I did. And it was a good movie, man. Go check it out.
No, it wasn't. Anyway.
I liked it. Anyhow, that's going to be our show again. I am Jerome Collins, a.k.a. the Big Panda. You can catch me on Twitter at the Big Panda JC. You can see my little logo right here, the Big Panda JC. Just check it out anytime that you want to. This is going to be the Oxen Panda Show, the Oxen Big Panda Show. Tune in when you can. If not, it's kind of like a DVR. You can always go back and watch it anytime you want to on YouTube. If you missed the first show, go back and check it out and then watch this show again.
All right, check us out on the rebroadcast, people. Peace.